In the middle and the beginning of the 80s, ABBA was so uncool. Well, can you make digital copies? Fun idea. Let's.
In 1979, ABBA ruled the world with hits like Dancing Queen, their love story captivating millions. But behind the stage lights, everything was unraveling. One night, Bjorn Ulvaeus, heartbroken and fueled by whiskey, wrote The Winner Takes It All, a song that laid bare his crumbling marriage to Agnetha Falskog. Yet she chose to sing it, her voice breaking with every note. What drove her to share their pain with the world? The truth is more moving than the music itself. Let's uncover this hidden story together. In the early 1980s, ABBA stood at a crossroads. Once the unrivaled monarchs of pop, their shimmering melodies and dazzling performances had defined a generation. Yet by then, their music was labeled outdated, dismissed as uncool by a world chasing new sounds. But what secrets lay hidden behind their iconic hits? The truth, as Bjorn Ulvaeus reveals at 80, is a story of heartbreak that changed everything. Formed in 1972, ABBA skyrocketed to fame after clinching the 1974 Eurovision Song Contest with Waterloo. Hits like Dancing Queen, Mamma Mia, and Take a Chance on Me followed, blending pop, disco, and Swedish Schlager into a sound that captivated millions. Their charismatic stage presence and infectious energy made them a global phenomenon, selling over 150 million records worldwide. But at the heart of this success was a love story that fans adored, a romance that seemed too perfect to last. Bjorn Ulvaeus and Agnetha Falskog were more than bandmates. They were ABBA's emotional core. Meeting in 1969, they married in 1971, just as the band began to take shape. Their chemistry was electric, with Bjorn's songwriting genius paired with Agnetha's soulful voice creating magic. To fans, they were the ultimate power couple, talented, glamorous, and deeply in love. But what happens when the spotlight burns too bright? The pressures of fame began to weigh heavily on them both. Agnetha struggled to balance motherhood with ABBA's relentless touring schedule, often feeling isolated under the glare of public scrutiny. Bjorn, meanwhile, grappled with his own inner conflicts. By 1978, their marriage was fraying. When Bjorn met another woman, he made the heart-wrenching decision to leave Agnetha, a choice that left her devastated. Their divorce, finalized in 1980, sent shockwaves through the fan base. It wasn't just a marriage ending, it felt like the collapse of a dream. Could ABBA survive without its beating heart? Despite their personal split, the band pressed on, releasing their final album, The Visitors, in 1981. But the spark that once defined them had dimmed. By 1982, ABBA quietly disbanded, leaving fans to wonder what had gone wrong. The answer lay in a song that captured the raw pain of that era, a song that would become one of their greatest triumphs. In the summer of 1979, as his marriage crumbled, Bjorn retreated with Benny Andersson to a secluded cottage on Vigsö Island, nestled in the serene Swedish archipelago. The tranquil waves lapping at the shore contrasted sharply with the storm raging inside Bjorn. Seeking solace, they began crafting what would become The Winner Takes It All, a song that would lay bare the complexities of heartbreak. But how do you turn personal pain into universal art? Their first attempt was surprisingly upbeat, with a steady, almost mechanical rhythm. It felt wrong, too light for the heavy emotions Bjorn was wrestling with. Guilt, sadness, and confusion demanded a different voice. They shelved the track, letting it simmer while they worked on other ideas. 4 days later, they returned with fresh perspective. Benny suggested a new approach, drawing inspiration from the melancholic flow of French sea songs. A descending piano line gave the melody a haunting quality, allowing it to breathe with emotional depth. With the music taking shape, Bjorn faced the challenge of writing lyrics that could capture his turmoil. One night, fueled by whiskey and raw emotion, he sat down to write. In a 2025 interview with The Times, he recalled, "I wrote that song very quickly while drinking whiskey during my drinking days. I rarely wrote while intoxicated because you look at the words the next day and it's garbage. But most of The Winner Takes It All is actually good." In less than an hour, the lyrics poured out, each line a reflection of loss and acceptance. Lines like, "The winner takes it all, the loser has to fall," spoke to the universal pain of a relationship's end. yet carried a subtle hope of moving forward. Though Bjorn insisted the song wasn't directly about his divorce, the parallels were striking. When he shared the lyrics with Agnetha, her reaction was immediate. She wept, recognizing the truth woven into the words. Could she bring herself to sing such a personal story? Despite the emotional weight, Agnetha agreed to take the lead vocals. Her performance was nothing short of extraordinary, infusing the song with a raw, haunting beauty that resonated with anyone who had ever loved and lost. Released in 1980, The Winner Takes It All soared to #1 in multiple countries, cementing its place as one of ABBA's most enduring hits. Its universal themes of heartbreak and resilience struck a chord, with covers by artists like Meryl Streep in Mamma Mia, and performances in musicals keeping it alive. Agnetha herself later called it ABBA's finest work, a sentiment echoed by fans in polls, like one in 1999 by Channel 5, naming it Britain's favorite ABBA song. Today, ABBA's legacy thrives, fueled by the 2008 film Mamma Mia and the innovative ABBA Voyage concert in London, where digital avatars perform classics like The Winner Takes It All to sold-out crowds. Launched in 2022, the show has welcomed over 1 million visitors, blending cutting-edge technology with timeless music. Bjorn, still active in 2025, is even exploring AI and songwriting, as he shared at SXW London, hinting at new creative ventures. In the quiet aftermath of ABBA's glittering success, when the world still hummed with their melodies, a song emerged that cut through the noise. A song so raw, so personal, that it felt like a confession whispered to millions. When Agnetha Falskog stepped up to the microphone to perform The Winner Takes It All, her voice trembled with a vulnerability that left no doubt. This was no ordinary ballad. Every note carried the weight of a shattered dream, the ache of love lost, and the quiet resignation that sometimes, in life's cruelest moments, there are no true victors. Listeners around the globe were captivated, convinced they were hearing a story unfold, one that was all too real. But why would Bjorn Ulvaeus, the song's creator, ask Agnetha, his former wife, to sing such a deeply personal lament about their own divorce? The answer lies in the tangled threads of their relationship, a story of passion, ambition, and the heavy price of fame. When Bjorn and Agnetha first met in 1969, their connection was instant and electric. Young, ambitious, and deeply in love with music, they were two souls on the cusp of something extraordinary. Their marriage in 1971 seemed like the perfect foundation for a life built on shared dreams. To the world, they were the ultimate power couple, talented, glamorous, and seemingly untouchable. But beneath the surface, cracks were already forming. Music wasn't just their passion, it was their everything. As ABBA's star rose, so did the demands of their career. Touring, recording, and promoting left little room for anything else, including their marriage. Even after their children were born, the relentless pace of fame overshadowed their personal lives, creating a distance that neither could fully bridge. Agnetha, always sensitive and introspective, began to feel the strain more acutely as ABBA's popularity exploded. What started as natural worries for a young mother and wife morphed into something far more consuming. She feared everything. Bjorn's fidelity, the dangers of obsessed fans, even catastrophic accidents that could leave their children without parents. These fears weren't fleeting, they haunted her daily. Colleagues and friends noticed her growing anxiety, a shadow that lingered even in moments of joy. Fame had stripped away her sense of safety, leaving her exposed and vulnerable. Sleep, once a refuge, became a battleground of night terrors, vivid, horrifying dreams that left her exhausted and emotionally fragile. Her need for reassurance grew, her grip on Bjorn tightening as she sought stability in a world that felt increasingly unstable. But Bjorn, structured and disciplined, found her growing neediness suffocating. At first, he may have tried to comfort her, but as her anxiety deepened, he began to pull away. His need for control clashed with her emotional chaos, creating a rift that widened with each passing day. The man Agnetha once turned to for strength became a distant figure, leaving her more isolated than ever. Her desperation for connection only pushed him further away, accelerating the breakdown of their once unbreakable bond. By 1978, their marriage was beyond repair, Bjorn's decision to leave was sudden, a blow that left Agnetha reeling. Their divorce in 1980 wasn't just the end of a marriage. It felt like the unraveling of a dream millions had invested in. Yet, even as their personal lives crumbled, music remained their constant. In the summer of 1979, amidst the wreckage of their relationship, Bjorn retreated with Benny Andersson to a secluded cottage on Vigsö Island. There, surrounded by the calm of the Swedish archipelago, he began to pour his tangled emotions, guilt, sadness, confusion, into what would become The Winner Takes It All. Initially titled The Story of My Life, the song was a raw, unfiltered expression of his pain. Written in a single night, fueled by whiskey and raw emotion, Bjorn later admitted in a 2025 interview with Vinyl, "Me, please. I wrote that song very quickly while drinking whiskey during my drinking days. I rarely wrote while intoxicated because you look at the words the next day and it's garbage. But most of The Winner Takes It All is actually good." His words reveal a man grappling with his own humanity, turning personal turmoil into art. When Bjorn handed the lyrics to Agnetha, she didn't just read them, she felt them. She wept, not out of anger, but because the song captured the truth of their shared experience. There were no winners in their breakup, only loss. Yet when asked to sing it, she agreed. Why? Because she knew, deep down, that her voice was the only one capable of bringing the song to life. Her emotional clarity, her ability to convey vulnerability, made her the perfect vessel for its sorrow. No other member of ABBA could have done it justice. Bjorn may have written the words, but Agnetha gave them soul, transforming their private pain into a universal anthem of heartbreak. Years later, the song's legacy endures, a testament to the power of art born from real human experience. In a 2024 documentary, ABBA, Against the Odds, Bjorn reflected on the creative process, saying, "Great music is created from the human experience, deep emotions. Writing a lyric is something in between a poem and a melody. It conjures up not only a mood, but images sometimes in me." Agnetha, too, has spoken about her connection to the song. In a 2023 interview with The Guardian, she shared, "I'm a very much feeling person, and I really tried to put my life experience and my feelings, everything, in this song." Their words reveal a shared understanding. The Winner Takes It All wasn't just a song, it was a piece of their lives, forever intertwined with their story. Today, ABBA's music continues to captivate new generations. The 2021 release of their album Voyage and the groundbreaking ABBA Voyage concert in London, featuring digital avatars of the band, have brought their timeless hits to millions. Agnetha, now 74, remains a vital part of this legacy, overseeing new versions of her solo tracks and reflecting on her journey with ABBA. As ABBA's star burned brighter, the shadows within Bjorn and Agnetha's relationship grew darker. The lyrics of The Winner Takes It All, penned by Bjorn, captured a love story turned battlefield, where neither side could reclaim what was lost. Rumors swirled that Bjorn, feeling unfulfilled, might have sought solace elsewhere, though no proof ever surfaced. For Agnetha, these whispers struck like daggers, eroding her fragile sense of trust and plunging her deeper into a world of doubt and heartbreak. Could their once unbreakable bond survive such betrayal? Agnetha stood face to face with a husband she barely recognized. The fiery passion that had defined their early years had faded, replaced by a chasm of unspoken pain. The quirks that once drew them together now stood as barriers too vast to cross. Slowly, she realized their youthful dreams were gone, leaving only the echoes of a love that could no longer hold them together. And in a controversial chapter, her psychiatrist during her marriage's collapse. These connections, meant to heal, only deepened her pain. Her pattern of turning to protectors persisted with Stockholm detective Thorbjorn Brander, assigned to shield her from chilling threats against her children. Yet, these bonds, like her later marriage to surgeon Thomas Sonnenfeld, crumbled under the weight of her unresolved grief. Tragedy struck harder when her mother passed away unexpectedly, followed by her father's death a year later. These losses shattered Agnetha's fragile world, confirming her deepest fears, that love and safety were fleeting. As her mental health faltered, she withdrew from public life, distrusting even those who offered help. The radiant star who once lit up stages now lived in quiet solitude, a stark contrast to her former self. Bjorn's financial empire reflects his enduring success. With a net worth of approximately $300 million, as reported by Celebrity Net Worth, he has amassed wealth through ABBA's timeless catalog and shrewd investments. His real estate portfolio includes a lavish mansion in Buckinghamshire's Chilterns, owned from the 1990s to 2005, and a private island in Djursholm. Though details of his car collection or watches remain private, his stature suggests a taste for luxury, likely including premium vehicles and timepieces. Co-founding Pop House in 2014, Bjorn has expanded into music and gaming ventures, while Mamma Mia continues to generate millions. His diversified portfolio underscores the power of adaptability, teaching us that leveraging talent across industries can secure lasting financial stability. Despite their separate journeys, Bjorn and Agnetha cherish the memories of ABBA's early days, moments brimming with passion, laughter, and shared ambition. For Bjorn, these are a springboard to new heights. For Agnetha, they are tender reminders of a brighter past. Their story, woven into ABBA's music, speaks to the resilience of the human spirit. From Heartbreak came songs that still move millions, proving that beauty can rise from pain. What do you make of ABBA's untold story? As we close this three-part journey through ABBA's world, let's pause to reflect on the story we've uncovered. Beyond the glittering hits and dazzling performances, ABBA's legacy is rooted in raw human emotion. The Winner Takes It All wasn't just a song. It was a window into Bjorn and Agnetha's heartbreak, a testament to how love and loss can create something timeless. We've traced their paths from the euphoria of global fame to the quiet pain of personal struggles. Bjorn forged ahead, building a $300 million empire through music, real estate, and ventures like Pop House, showing the power of reinvention. Agnetha, meanwhile, faced fame's heavy toll, battling anxiety and loss. Yet her resilience shines through, reminding us that strength can emerge from vulnerability. Their story teaches us that life's greatest melodies often come from its most challenging moments. What moved you most about ABBA's journey? Was it the emotional weight of their music, Bjorn's unstoppable drive, or Agnetha's courage in the face of adversity? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're eager to hear how this story touched you. If you love diving into this tale, give this video a thumbs up, share it with friends, and subscribe for more gripping stories from the world of music and celebrity. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. We've got plenty more to explore, from legendary bands to iconic stars. As we part ways, let's carry this truth. In the grand symphony of life, every note, whether sharp or flat, contributes to the melody. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the next video.